Hello and welcome to Heroes of History. This time we're focusing on Jane Austen. She's a manipulator, and well, she has a decent amount of attack and a lot of defense. I'll show you a little later why, and a lot of hit points too. Now, her ability is what makes her interesting, but I want to just look at her stats here too. Normal base damage, normal attack speed, range 6, medium movement speeds, and normal evasion and crit chance, so nothing really interesting there. Interesting here is her ability. It's Pride and Prejudice, and it's at level 12 here. Initial charge is only 3.5 seconds and 10-second regular charge. She unleashes her literary genius, convincing an enemy unit to attack their allies for 4 seconds. While under Jane's control, the enemy unit's attack is increased by 153%, and it prioritizes heroes. So, to me, that's a supportive role, but as it's only take control of one unit and prioritize on heroes, it only works with other heroes and fighting other heroes, so that's where that goes. Awaken, I have awoken her 4 times. She focuses on defense, and more defense. That's 38% extra, so that is why she has so much defense, and 20% hit points also. That's why she has so much hit points. And in the end, she has focus regen going up with a plus 1.5, which means her ability's regular charge will be even faster if I can get her one more level of Awoken. Now let's look into how that works on the battlefield. Now first off, let's start over here at battle 16 like we did with the last one, and just to make sure everyone's up to speed, I have chosen here William Tell rather than Abraham van Helsing, and then she has taken Beethoven's place here as a supportive role, so there is no stunning all over the place, but someone takes control of a hero, like up here, that starts to shoot her own units in the back, which is a good thing for us, especially when here she got extra attack to do it with, so she is even more effective at killing her own. Now, as you can see, when he shoots, he kills. William Tell is not kidding about anything. So, now as you can see, all heroes are gone. She takes an ordinary unit, and that's why it isn't really effective, because they die too fast and they don't do much damage anyway. And as this round is more ordinary, that's full of ordinary units, well, she can't really show off how much her skill gains. But on the other hand, I'm quite certain that her controlling unit doesn't add to her ability to deal damage, which means she will not be doing great in the statistics, though she might have a huge impact on battles, especially if we are fighting a battle like the arenas. Now let's look at the battle stats here and take the first one in. There we go. Giving her personal abilities to hurt other units. I think the units she controls, actually that damage is also counted to her. Let's move on to the next battle. Let's go jump here to battle number 17 and take this battle here. Continue. And well, let's charge and see if we do alright here. Now there's 2 shield casters here, which is a bit annoying, but she goes for a damage dealer, so she takes control of Attila the Hun over here, which, well, is great for us, because, well, Attila the Hun not being able to shoot and heal himself, well, that's a good thing. On the sad side, when he shoots at the first away enemy, well, he shoots at our William Tell, who is not really good at taking damage. So, but anyway, as you can see, we're doing actually quite great with the winning this battle. So let's look at the battle stats and see how they all are doing. We go like this. Now let's turn to the next battle. Continue from here. Out of this one and into battle number 18. And let's see, there's battle number 9. And let's go here and see how we're doing. Again, there's a healer, there's Attila the Hun, and well, the Persian guy, I can't remember his name right now, doing some area damage. That isn't well too crazy because we doesn't have a lot of units that will take damage from area damages. Now we can see they're getting a lot of pressure on Attila the Hun and Jane Austen at the same time, which isn't great if we want to win the battle. So there's a lot of good things about her getting control, but why she takes the unit with the least hit points, well, I can't understand the logic behind her ability to take control over enemy units, but with everyone shooting at the enemy hero, well, we still win, though with only 2 stars, which is a bit sad. Let's look at the battle stats here. Now let's turn on to the next battle, which should be even more difficult. Comparing to the last round, we had all 3 of the first 3 with the 3 stars, so well, we actually did a bit worse here in battle number 18, but let's see if we can in province 19 can do a little better than in the 18th one. Well, first off, well, Jane Austen can't do a lot of great things, taking control of enemy units here, because there's no good units to actually take control of here. So apart from that, we should be able to, well, have a okay start here for the next round, except, well, our single strike units actually just used all the powers, which is, well, bad. But on the other hand, we take control of one of the units, and, well, he is really a great shot, William Tell, so that's a little bit good thing. But we need to take the healers out if we are to do great here. So if you can shoot that one and you can shoot someone else, that would be nice, because then we can get a hold on the unit before, well, if he shoots my William Tell now, we're a bit off to a bad start here. Now that William Tell is gone, we might stand a chance because he stands a place where the rest can't really get to him, but we still need a lot of damage to William Wallace that came there because, well, he's not super great. And if you noticed, they can actually hit themselves when there's no one else left. So a 2-star is way better than the previous setup. And here we have a look at the battle stats again. It is primarily our area damaging hero that is the most valuable player in these battles, though, well, I don't think Jane Austen is given enough credit, because we can see how much damage it gives to their own, that she takes control of one of their units. Now let's take on to the last battle here before concluding on this one. We're having Province 20 here, and battle number 9 there. As you can see, there's a lot of different units to take on here, and there's a lot of things that can go possibly wrong, but as she doesn't take control of a healer, there's a good chance that William Wallace guy will, well, kill a lot of his own units, while there isn't going to be a lot of hurt going towards our own heroes here, though, well, we pretty soon will have everyone charging in on Attila the Hun, but one hero down now with that shot from William Tell. Well, that's a good thing, and now William Wallace is fighting for our side, which is again good, because that helps us a lot, keeping Attila alive. Works wonders too, even though we can't really see William Wallace losing a lot, but now he's starting to walk backwards in order to still attack his own, and, well, that ultimately get him killed, and we actually get a 3-star here. It's a pretty decent setup, this one, at least to this kind of battle. Now let's look at the battle stats before concluding. The interesting thing here is that Attila the Hun becomes the most valuable player of this battle, though I tend to think that the actual fact that changed everything is we don't have Van Helsing here, but we have William Tell, and the support units is Jane Austen, that takes the brute away of their attack by making sure that their only hero that can do some damage dealing, well, didn't really help out that much. Now looking at the collective stats we got here, we can see Attila the Hun actually gets a little extra damage compared to the last battle. Artemisia is the same, and compared to Abraham van Helsing, though there isn't the same setup, Glimtils actually gives a little less damage, but he doesn't have an infinite battle here to give infinite extra damage, so in general William Tell still does more damage than Van Helsing and is more useful, as he actually does single strike his enemies. Jane Austen collectively doesn't do as much damage as Ludwig van Beethoven, but well, he doesn't do a lot of area damage, and as you can see here, when the unit that she takes control over is mediocre, her damage totally dealt falls, so I think that the damage the unit under her control gives counts towards her glory. So that's pretty decent actually. If we compare her to Bessie Coleman, who actually has something similar, she does more damage. And for the rest, well, it doesn't really affect her that much, the battle, because, well, she isn't soaking up damage, because she isn't putting herself in the front line to take a lot of damage, and she doesn't heal. So collectively she's a good unit, and I really like her, and at some point I hope I get that Egyptian hero that can do the same thing, just with more units. She is really useful, especially in battles where you're under pressure to get a grip of the battle and win it. I'll say thank you for watching this video.